Swami Sivadasananda, Acharya from Europe, remembers Swami Vishnu-devananda at the 50th anniversary.
Next thing I see is that there's a huge ladder up against that kids camp kitchen, what's now the kids camp kitchen. Something had been repaired on the roof. And it was a really shaky ladder, and he sent me up there. When I was up there, not really knowing what to do, he shouted from below, "Come on, a brahmachari has no fear." So that was my successful stay in the maintenance department. But it led to my first more personal encounter with Swamiji. At that time, the camp had an announcement system, loudspeakers. It was a good idea to take it out after a while, because it became a nuisance. And people just, Om Namah Shivaya this, Om Namah Shivaya that, over the loudspeaker. And then there was an announcement that such and such people should come for a meeting, a planning meeting to Swamiji's house, Samadhi estate. And I thought I had heard my name. So I also went. And here was a group of maybe 5-6 people sitting very close together with Swamiji about planning something to be repaired or to be built. You know, Canada is really not an easy place. Later on I was told there are only 3 seasons in Quebec. Last year's winter, this year's winter, and next year's winter. So in between you have to do your maintenance and build. So Swamiji was really telling what to do, what to build, and I mean, after my complete failure in the maintenance department, I found out that I was not really being called there. So I was sitting, it was in Swamiji's library, I was looking a little bit at the books, and then I went into my favorite type of thought, thinking about who? Me. Thinking about me. Will there be some dinner for me when I come back up to the camp? What am I doing here? And Swamiji, who very, very highly trained yogi, he could feel thoughts. And this type of thoughts is pollution. It's a pollution. It's like a very dense, contracted little thought. And Swamiji, in the middle of such an important meeting, he took the time to turn towards me and just straight look at me and just say very quickly, "If you would think a little less about yourself, you would be much more happy." Turn right back talking about the maintenance. I was so shocked. I just turned around to see whether anybody was sitting behind me. But there was nobody. My first reaction was, like the typical that you have from usual education. Either you say, "Oh, it's not true," in my mind, or you feel caught, or you feel guilty, all these things. I was going through all these things. Swami Vishnu was light years ahead. This was nothing. It was a matter of fact statement. And it took me several weeks to always think back to what he said. Not what he said, but slowly dawned on me how he had said it. Completely matter of fact. Like saying, this is a green bird flying, like this, nothing else. About the mind. And it was definitely very impressive. And the same summer I was part in another staff meeting. Sometimes Swamiji would come for a staff meeting if there was some kind of important event which he wanted to discuss. And this is such a rich immigration country here in Canada, rich in the sense of cultures, so many different religions and cultures, and Swamiji was connected with many communities. And one community Swamiji was connected was the Sikh community in Montreal, and they would invite him every year for their yearly function, and he would go. And Swamiji was invited, but he had a different program, he couldn't attend. And so he was just discussing that, and he was deputing one of the Swamis, I don't know who it was, to go there, and he just said, "This Swami should go and give a talk of 5 minutes." I still remember my thoughts regarding what possibly that Swami should speak to the Sikh community. Maybe a little bit about asanas, how to breathe better, maybe something about proper diet. You know how fast thought can be? It was just like a flash. And then I heard Swamiji finish the sentence, "Let the Swami go, speak about 5 minutes on the topic of Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikh religion. It's a total mind blower for me. Total mind blower, really. I could see the small little box in which I was living, and how with completely natural way you go somewhere, speak about God, comes in many names and forms. This is their prophet, speak about that prophet, so that their faith is strengthened and there's some unity. It was very impressive for me. These are two things I can remember now. Maybe later something else comes. Thank you.